Oh, shit. I'm coming down with a bit of some sort of throat thing. I don't think it's strep throat, but I think it's some sort of sickness. But anyway, the remedy that I've heard countless times is gargle with warm salt water. Welcome back to another episode of Ian Complains. Today I'm going to be complaining about the lottery. The lottery goes by many names. Mathematicians like to call it a tax on people who don't know how to do math.
The lottery is mostly a tax on people who don't know math. And the reason they don't know math is because
they're stupid.
This video is meant to double down on those statements because I do think it's a tax on poor people, tax on stupid people. What I'm getting at is it's a way to manipulate the people who are very easily manipulated and take the money away from them from people who really need the money. I want to start by addressing the excuses people give for why they contribute to the lottery. The first one is, I play it just for fun. Kids skip rope in the street for fun. People go to the movies and enjoy a 2-hour-long experience because that was a fun thing to do.
The lines in some places were hours long.
Hours long. You're paying a fee to wait in a line for hours. But of course, I mean, it's not that simple, right? Because if you go on and look at these other clips, these people are fucking excited.
I'm holding the lucky money right here.
Buy houses for all of my children. Pay off my mortgages.
Like, look at their smiles, just talking about the idea that what they would do, just imagining. It's what the lottery chairman loves to say. He loves to say, you know, the great thing about the lottery is it allows people to dream.
And of course, the great thing about buying a lottery ticket is the dream that it lets you have.
How fucked of a concept is that? You're paying a fee to dream. It's impossible to dream otherwise.
The other excuse is, it isn't very much money. Well, if you look up the statistics on the average lottery consumer in the US, they spend an average of about $200 a year. If I asked this average lottery consumer, would you be okay with just giving me $200 at the start of the year and your odds of winning the lottery are exactly the same? Do you think they'd do it? They wouldn't do it because you're asking them for $200. The fact of the matter is, you're still giving away $200 each year. You're just incrementally giving it away.
I'm here to buy 5,535 Mega Millions tickets.
Great. Okay, there you go.
You think she won, guys? You think she won the jackpot? Huh? You think, no? You basically spend the max amount anyone would spend on lottery tickets, and it gets even worse for you the more you spend. What, are you gonna toil over these lottery tickets to see if any of the 5,000 you purchased won?
People who contribute to the lottery think they're investing geniuses because really the risk is so low, but the return is so high.
What better thing than an investment? And if it just goes away, it goes away. So it's okay.
This is not an investment. Do not call it that.
Everyone watching this video right now, you are not going to ever win the lottery. I don't want to even give credence to the idea that it's possible to win the lottery. You know, if you asked any mathematician, they'd say, it's possible, but it's improbable. Don't use either of those words when describing the lottery. You know, someone can tell me that it's very statistically improbable, Ian, that if you eat that moldy strawberry, you're going to get a healthier gut. After listening to that, I'm going to eat the moldy strawberry every single time because in my world, I'm only envisioning the dimension where when I eat the moldy strawberry, my gut is very healthy and keeps me very resilient. So don't use the word improbable. Don't use the word possible. Neither one of those are accurate enough to describe your odds of winning the lottery. Impossible. Impossible are your odds. You should actually be embarrassed if someone finds out that you play the lottery. Really, it's a lot more shameful if someone finds out that you play the lottery rather than they find out that you're a furry. Because as far as I'm concerned, furries have an IQ 20 points higher than any lottery players. So you can take that to the bank, guys. Oh, and by the way, everyone seems to like to buy lottery tickets once the Mega Millions has reached $1 billion.
The Mega Millions is $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Can we say that one more time? $1 billion, everybody. Billion dollars tonight. $1 billion.
I want to now buy the quintessential quadrillions because now it's in the grillions. The odds of you winning do not get higher the higher the amount goes. You're not going to win it. It's just as illogical for you to be as excited about Kylie Jenner's wealth reaching $10 billion. It has zero impact on you. You will not ever see any of that money, so why are you getting excited that she's getting richer? I think the main problem with the lottery is that our human brains are not wired to comprehend how impossible the odds are of, 1 in a trillion. If I tell you you have 1 in a trillion odds, your brain is actually going to calculate that as more around 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000, because a trillion, it's like, what does that even mean? So I'm trying to really figure out a way that you can convey the impossible statistics to people, because it's hard. People have tried to do it. Like, I'll link some sources down below of a couple of simulations or statistics that allow you to visualize it a little bit better. I went through a ton of different things. Here's a graphic showing 10,000 different segments on a prize wheel. You're meant to see it and be like, oh, that seems pretty reasonable. Then it zooms out, then it's like, well, fuck, this is not remotely reasonable. And that's only 100,000, okay? That's only showing 100,000. Now we're going to talk about lottery advertisements. One of the tactics that they love to use is use terms like believe in something bigger. This is all the shit that you'd hear from a religion.
All the leaves are brown, the leaves are brown.
It's a religion. It's only telling you to focus on this infinitesimal thing that will never happen to you, rather than the monsoon of failure that surrounds it.
You can't win if you don't play.
You can't win it unless you're in it.
So you can't win if you don't play.
Because you can't win unless you play.
Exactly.
How many people have lost the lottery? In these lottery commercials, they know they're manipulating the dumbest people on the planet. So what do they like to do? They like to show you the dumbest thing that you could possibly do with your money, like purchasing a massive skyscraper in the middle of downtown New York with a jungle on top of it.
May the best dream win. Super Lotto Plus from the California Lottery.
That is the exact opposite thing that you should do if you were to ever win a large amount of money. Yeah, that's what you should do. Have a portrait made of yourself, you fucking egomaniac. Also worth mentioning are all the influencers who promote the lottery. You have like iJustine, I think she promoted like scratch-off tickets or some shit like that. Guy Fieri, I think, promoted the lottery. Another tactic these advertisements like to use is they like to make it as relatable as possible to the average person.
Rick said he hadn't really planned on buying his Mega Millions tickets until he noticed a spooky chain of events. Everything he bought the day before the draw came out to even money.
He stopped at the 7-Eleven at 3740 Iowa Avenue, his first time buying lottery tickets at that store.
People are going to make these dog shit correlations about how, oh yeah, that one winner, he got it at a gas station. Oh yeah, in fact, I think I know 3 winners who got it at a gas station. It's like, yeah, that doesn't mean your odds are increased. They also like to manipulate by letting you know that the lottery contributions go to education. But of course, education's a super vague word. What does that mean? Does it mean school supplies? Well, these promotional videos will make you believe that your money's going directly to school supplies.
Glenwood has been able to purchase many of these supplies using the enhancement funding it receives from the California Lottery.
But anyway, education is this all-encompassing word that could mean school supplies, building new parts of the school, a library, new books, paying the faculty, maybe paying teacher salaries. Well, out of all of that, it's mostly teacher salaries. And even out of the teacher salaries, I don't think it's that much. All right, guys, the sun is setting, so I'm going to wrap this video up. The lottery, scratch-off tickets, basically whatever you can buy at a convenience store, I'm not a fan of, and I think you should bully your friends and family who purchase them. And if you don't feel comfortable with bullying them, or it doesn't line up with your principles, then just show them this video at least, and let them know that it's impossible.
And check out what you could win for tonight's Powerball.
Do not contribute to the lottery. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It's a regressive tax that punishes the poor. You do not want to contribute. the lottery. It's not good for you, it's not good for me. It's not good for the poor, it's not good for the stupid, it's not good for the minorities. Do not contribute to the lottery.